In this video, we're going to go over the 3-page template types in Google Sites. Each page template has a certain function and is going to allow you to do certain things. So we're going to go over the 3 of them, how they work, so that you can better pick what page types you'd like to use on your web page. What's nice about Google Sites is you can change your web pages to different templates without affecting the content that's on them. So it's a pretty handy tool. If I look at my home page and I scroll down to the very bottom, I see very little. This is kind of that startup opening page template. If I click on my classroom resources page, I get a very similar one. This is just kind of your standard web page. You can tell by at the bottom, it had this little area that just says add files and a little place to add comments. Now these are just parts of the basic web page template. Now these items right here, whether or not you can add a file or comment, kind of depend on your privacy settings on your web page. A lot of times if you create a teacher page, this will show up for other teachers, but it might not show up for parents and students unless you've gone in and publicly allowed these things to be added. But that is the first type of website. The second is what I have under my news page. This is a posting page. This allows you to add announcements. Basically, you click the new post button and it will bring up what looks like a new web page. This is just going to be a web post that is going to be kind of housed on this page. This is what you see on our staff tools page. So maybe I have a welcome back post welcoming kids back from summer. And I can use this to create an assignment. In this case, a writing prompt. Oops, I almost spelled that correctly. And when I click OK, I like this, I will click Save. This will pop up as a prompt. And hopefully if I've set my settings correctly, students can comment on this post. Notice it says news here, then welcome back. Technically, this welcome back post is a separate page that's housed on the news page. When I click back on news here or here, you see there's the post. And this is how your post will appear. Every new post will appear on top, and then the older posts will kind of filter down to the bottom of the list. So if I have another post I want to add, I can make an announcement about open house. And I'll type something up really quick. And I will click Save. And I will see these 2 posts. Well, I'll see actually the open house post, but if I go back to my news page, I can see these 2 posts. If at any point I'd like to read the post, I click on the open post, and I will see whatever's been added. I'll see any comments that have been added. If I would like to edit this post, I click this Edit Post link, and it will open up this post so that I can make changes to it. It's very handy. Now, if you would like to remove a post, what you have to do is you have to get to your page. You have to click on the post you want. If I don't do this, I might delete something I don't want to. So this open house page is the one that's active. If I would like to get rid of this, I have to click on the More button, and I click Delete Page. Now this is worrisome to some people because you're worried about deleting your page, one of your other pages, one of your main pages. But if you look at this comment, it says really delete open house. That's where it specifies what it's going to delete. And the open house post is okay. So we're going to click delete, and that post will disappear. Now with Google Sites, sometimes these things take a couple seconds to process. Open house appears for a second, but if I give it time, it will vanish. And when I go back, there it is. It's gone. But this is the announcements page template. Now, if I would like to use the file cabinet page template, I might use that on, say, a homework page. Now, the default web page lets me add files, but it's very hard to organize. They're just going to pop up in one huge list. If I would like to use a different page template, I can change page templates by being on the page I want to change, and then going to the top right to More, and then I'm looking for Change Page Template, which is about halfway down. When I click on Change Page Template, it's going to ask me what kind of template I would like to use, much like when you create a web page. So I'm going to click on File Cabinet. And when I click Change, it's going to change this over. And notice it adds this tool at the bottom to add files and links. Now if I would like to add things to this page, I merely click Add File. Now this is a great way to add separate files. This can be videos, this could be PowerPoint, Word files, PDFs. Now adding a file this way is a great way to share materials. Now you do not want to just click Add File and navigate to your Google Drive and then grab a Google Docs file. It seems like it should work, but it won't. It'll create complications. You do not want to do this. If you would like to add a Google Docs file to this, you have to add it differently. So if I wanted to add a PDF, like these ELA standards, I'll use that as an example. I select the PDF, I click Open, and it should upload it. And it's going to give me some choices, and it says, OK, here it is. If I click on View, it's going to show me this document. Very good. If I click on Download, it'll let me save this document. If I click on this check mark, I can select this document, and I can delete it if I want. I can choose to move this, but I don't have anything to move it to. If I would like to organize this list of files more, I can click Move To and select New Folder. Now this new folder, I'm going to name Unit 1. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another folder, Unit 2, and click Save. Now I have a place to put some of my files. So I'm going to grab a couple more files so that I can add them to this. So I'll click Add File, and I'm going to go and grab just about any file I can find here. So I'm going to grab, let's see, a picture. Maybe I want the students to look at this picture. Ironically, it's of some of my plumbing. And it will upload it and show it as a resource that the students can grab and use. Now if I would like this to be part of Unit 1, I click on it and say Move to Unit 1. If I would like this to be part of Unit 2, I click Move to Unit 2. Now if you would like to add a Google Doc file here, it's a little bit different process. What you have to do is you have to go to your Google Drive, find the Google Doc you would like to share. So I happen to have a Power of Pink information for a fundraiser we're doing. If I would like to make this public to everyone so that they can see it, and I would like a link on my website, what I can do is go to the Share settings, and I can change this. It's set to be private. I would like to change that to public on the web. Click Save, and now I have a URL I can use. Now I'm going to right-click and copy that URL, and I'm going to click Done. Now I'm going to navigate back to my web page, and I'm going to click Add a Link. Now I would like to add the link right here. So it says add a file from the web, paste in URL, paste it right here. I'm going to type in this Power of Pink info. And this is what's going to appear on the list. Link description, here is some info for the coming fundraiser. And I'm going to click Add. And this link will pop up. Here it is. I can see my description. I can click and add this to whatever unit I want, maybe Unit 1, and it pops there. If I would like to go to it, I click View, and it opens up to the Google Doc. Now it's very important that you click Share to make sure this is open to the public. If it is not public on the web, people will not be able to see it. But that is basically how you add a file cabinet page and how you add files to it. Now that you know these three file types, or page template types, you're going to want to think about what you're going to do on your website and how you're going to add materials to it. There are other ways to add Google Docs using hyperlinks, and I'm going to show you that in the hyperlink video.